Grec du Nouveau Testament, New Testament Greek, Lesson 5. Recognizing declension from Matthew chapter 10, several verses. Now we are going to read again the text from the Greek Bible, and we'll just try to recognize different types of declension. Also at the same time, we'll just see what kind of group each word belongs to. Verse 2. Τον δε δώδεκα αποστόλων τα ονόματα εστιν ταύτα. I hope now you can pronounce very fluently. If you cannot, you have to go back to the first lesson and second lesson. You have to repeat those lessons and then come back. Okay? Τον. What is this? It is an article. So it is changed by declension. Τον. Okay, it is plural and it's second case, and the case, second case of plural, masculine, feminine, and neuter, all of them have the same form, ton. So we don't know which gender it is, but it doesn't matter usually. There's conjunction, it never changes. So it is non-inflectional group of word. There. Sometimes it means but, sometimes it means and, and. In this case, you have to see the context, of course. And don dodeka, don goes with this dodeka, is numeral, number. Dodeka means 12. Do is almost like English too. Deka, have you ever heard decade in English? 10 years. Decade means deka, that comes from Greek. Dodeka, 10 and 2, 12. That's the meaning of dodeka. So it changes as a declension in this type, declension. Noun, or numeral, noun group. Τον δε δώδεκα, τον goes with δώδεκα, so we have to translate, and of the 12. That's the meaning of τον δώδεκα. Apostolon, what is apostolon? Do you see the ending here? On, like the ending here of this article, τον, apostolon, apostolos. English, apostle comes from this Greek word, apostolos. That means apostle, someone who is sent. Apostolon, okay, it should be plural, and also second case, and we can guess it should be masculine, because the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, all of them were men. That's why we can see ton here, even though it represents masculine, feminine, neuter, all of them. But by this noun, we can know it is masculine, even though it is not important. Of the 12 apostles, ta onomata, ta, here the ending also a, onomata ota, that's neuter. Ta, in case of neuter, either both in singular and plural, the first case and fourth case share the same form. So you have to see, is this the first case or fourth case? Sometimes without knowing that, you can translate it actually. Ta, first or fourth case in plural. Ta onomata, onoma means name. Ta onomata, the names. The names of the 12 apostles, that's the meaning. And the names of the 12 apostles, again. Τον δε δώδεκα αποστόλων τα ονόματα estin. Estin is a verb, okay, it changes. You don't have to try to memorize this word. It is en français, okay, it is. This is singular, as you know, but ta onomata, the subject, is plural. What happens here? Okay, you have the neuter subject, plural, then it can take the singular form of verb. That's in Greek. That's the case in Greek. So do not be surprised, okay? Ta onomata, the names of the 12 apostles is, of course, we have to translate are, not is. Tafta, tafta is pronoun, this, tafta. We'll just see the declension of this pronoun. It's very easy. It's almost like the article, so you don't have to memorize the declension of this pronoun. Tafta, this. Of course, it is in neuter. Again, τον δε δώδεκα αποστόλων τα ονόματα εστιν ταύτα. So far, it's a little bit difficult part in this verse. And we continue, verse 2. Protos. Perhaps you can recognize this word through English words, the proto. previous or earlier. That's the meaning of this proto. Comes from Greek. Protos means the first in Greek. Protos, do you see the ending here? It should be masculine first case. Also singular. Protos. The first one is Simon. I don't have to translate. Or legomenos. Again, the article O is like protos. The ending O's, you have to add S. Sigma, I have explained already. Or legomenos, the one. Qui en français. Legomenos. Okay, this is participle. It comes from the verb lego, which means to say, to tell, to say. Legomenos, the ending, I see this ending is passive. We will learn this one later, okay? Menos, and also the ending is almost like O, okay? Masculine singular, the case one, number one. Legomenos, being called, being named. That's the meaning of this. Legomenos, being said. Or legomenos, Petros, is the one who is said, Petros, Peter. Que Andreas, okay, non-inflectional again, que end. Andreas, another name. Or Adelphos after. Who is this guy? Okay, again, you have the article, and Adelphos means brother. After, his brother. After, okay, this pronoun is the noun group, belongs to the noun group. It's very easy to recognize. You don't have to memorize because the declension of this pronoun is almost identical with that of article. So don't worry about it, okay? After, his brother. Andreas is the brother of Petros. That's what the phrase means here. Again, Protos, Simon, or legomenos, Petros, que Andreas or Adelphos after, que Jacobos and Jacobos. I don't have to explain anything. O to Zebedeo. Oh, okay, again, the article. To Zebedeo. This man Zebedeo should be a man, not woman. How do I know? Do you see here to the article? Okay, it is masculine. And the article here, it goes with this name. And this man has the relationship with Jacobus. What's the relationship? Here you have the second case and the subject, first case. This all represents this Jacobos. Then Jacobos, he belongs to this Zebedeo. That's the meaning of Zebedeo. We usually understand this man should be the father of Jacobos. Okay? Que Jacobos, o tu Zebedeo, que Ioannis, and non-inflectional, Ioannis, John. Or Adelphos, after again, his brother. Again, from here, que Jacobos, o tu Zebedeo, que Ioannis, or Adelphos, after, from the beginning. Ton de dodeca apostolon ta onomata estin tafta. Protos, Simon o legomenos, Petros, que Andreas o Adelphos after, que Jacobos o tu Zebedeo, que Ioannis o Adelphos after. Matthew chapter 10 verse 3. Philippos que Bartholomeos, Thomas, que Mattheos o Telonis, Jacobos o tu Alfeu, que Thaddeus. Philippos is a name, que conjunction and. Bartholomeos is a name, noun group. Thomas is a name, que we know, and. Mattheos is a name, o Telonis. What is this? Article again. Oh, Telonis means tax collector. Okay, Telonis. The ending of this noun seems to be feminine, perhaps second case, but do not be cheated by the ending. Okay, you have to trust in the article only. Article doesn't cheat you. Okay, it is consistent. So the declension of the article is so important. That's why I ask you to memorize the declension of the article. That's the most basic for the declension of all the noun group words. O Telonis. Do not pay attention to this ending. Okay, tax collector is a man. O Telonis. You have to decide with this article. Mattheos, he is the tax collector. O Telonis. Jacobos, another Jacobos. O tu Alfeo. By the same principle, O, this man, Jacobos, to Alpheo. He belongs to this Alpheo. We understand he is the son of Alpheo. That's the meaning of this article. Jacobos o to Alpheo, και Thaddeus, and Thaddeus, another man. Again, Philippos και Bartholomeos, Thomas και Mattheos, Otelonis, Jacobos o to Alpheo και Thaddeus. Again, Philippos και Bartholomeos, Thomas και Mattheos, Otelonis, Jacobos o to Alpheo και Thaddeus. Verse 4. Simon ο Καναναίος και Ιούδας ο Ισκαριώτης ο και παραδούς αυτόν. In this verse we see Hebraism. Do you remember Hebraism? There are many Hebrew features or Aramaic features in the Greek New Testament. We call this phenomenon Hebraism. Okay, in this case we see at least two. O Kananaeos is one, Iskariotes. Simon is a name. O, as we know, is an article. Kananaeos, the ending is masculine singular first case ending in Greek. It looks like Greek. But the problem, the first part, Kananaeos, it is not Greek actually. It is not Greek. It comes from Hebrew and at the same time from Aramaic because many words are same in Hebrew and Aramaic. Kananaeos, okay? I'll explain in the next page. Kananaeos is not Canaanite. It's zealot. It's not Canaanite. In this case, Canaanite is wrong translation. It can mislead many people, the readers. Kananaeos, okay. Και Iudas and Judah. Or Iskariotes, again, the ending looks like Greek. We have such an ending as masculine, like here, Telonis. Iskariotes, again, this is not Greek. Ishkariot, that is Hebrew, okay, a man of Kariot. Kariot is the name of village, Ish means a man. So here is again Hebraism, Iskariotes, but the ending looks like Greek. So they imported this word from Hebrew, actually two words, Ishkariot, the man of Kariot. And then made it look like Greek with the ending of Greek ending, this. Or Iskariotes. So we call this phenomenon Hebraism. O que paradus afton. O, again the article. Que sometimes means it is non-inflectional. Different meaning. Sometimes like French, aussi. Also, even, also. Paradus. Oh, here we have another participle. We have to learn later this one, the declension of this participle. Paradus, someone who delivered, someone who betrayed. That's the meaning. Paradus afton. Who also, this man Iskariotes, that is Judas, he is the same person who delivered, who betrayed him, afton. This is a pronoun, afton, Jesus, okay, in this case. Paradus, participle, as I explained, it was born in verb, but it emigrated into the noun group. So it changes like noun, and still is still keeping some features of the verb. That's the way I explain the participles. Again, Simon o Kananaeos και Iudas o Iskariotes o και paradus afton. Before I just switch it to next page, Iskariotes again, this is Hebraism. Ish means a man. Kariot is a name of the village. And actually, Kariot means a village, actually. Ish Kariot in Hebrew, a man of Kariot. And the ending in Greek way is Iskariotes. This is Hebraism. Now, just look into this Kananaeos. In the earlier introduction, I explained about this Hebraism, this very unique phenomenon in the Greek New Testament. Actually, it's a lot, more than you know, more than you think, more than you expect. So it's better actually if you can understand, if you can learn Hebrew at least, it helps a lot. The people who know Greek very well but who don't know Hebrew language at all, sometimes they have no idea what to do with certain text in the Greek Bible. So you have to try to sometime, to learn Hebrew. And if you can more, you can learn also Aramaic. Actually, they are very similar. As we just read Matthew chapter 10 verse 4, Okananeos, in the French translation, it looks like Canaanite. Perhaps you understand, you interpret this word as a Canaanite, but that's wrong. Actually, as I said, it's a Hebraism, and the word Cananeos comes from Hakanai in Hebrew. Hakanai means the zealot. Hakanai. In the area of Galilee, many Jewish people, they were against the Roman occupation, and sometimes they try to kill Jews who are cooperative to the Roman regime. These people are called Hakanaim in plural, in singular Hakanai, in zealot. In English, we call them zealot, the zealot. Okay, Hakanai, this letter in Hebrew, we call this Kuf. It is transliterated into Kaf, Kappa in Greek, Kananeos. That's why this Okananeos cannot be Hnani. Again, Hnani here, not again. Hnanit, Canaanite. Okay, this is the letter in Hebrew for the Canaanite, or the land of Canaan. In this case, we have Greek this word in transliteration, Hananea. We can find actually this Hananea in Matthew 15:22. In that case, we know this woman is Canaanite woman, Canaanite in Hebrew. When feminine, Canaan. Hananea, this is Canaanite woman. But in this case, Okananeos, he's a zealot. So you have to pay attention this one, also this one. This is for Canaan, and this is for zealot. So, as I said, this is a phenomenon of Hebraism. You have to be careful. Now let's continue Matthew chapter 10, verse 6. Poreveste. Do you remember the diphthong? Poreveste. Ev, sometimes F. In this case, the following vowel. Because of this, we pronounce poreveste. De malon, prosta provata, ta apololota, iku Israel. Poreveste. This is a verb, so it will change, beyond your expectation actually. Poreveste, you go, you guys go, is plural imperative. The ending este, we'll learn later. Este, you can expect with this ending, you guys, plural, the second person. Okay, poreveste, you go, is an imperative form. Poreveste, there, it doesn't change, non-inflectional, we know. Sometimes but, sometimes yet, and. In this case, but is better. But you go. Malon is a adverb. Is this first time we see an adverb? Rather, it means plutôt. Rather, but rather you go. Malon. So you have to simply memorize this word. There's no better way. Poreveste de malon prosta provata. Pros is again non-inflectional word. It is a preposition to, unto. Prosta provata, again article. Provata, we know this is neuter, plural form and accusative, case 4. Provata means sheep, the flock, the sheep. Ta provata, go to the flock. Poreveste de malon prosta provata ta apololota. Okay, here it is. You can say this is as an adjective. Adjective belongs to noun group, so it changes as a declension. It's like the article. Ta, do you see the ending? Ta again, apololota, lost. To the lost sheep. Go rather to the lost sheep. Poreveste de malon prosta provata ta apololota. Iku Israel. Israel, you can guess, Israel. Iku means house. The house of Israel. Iku, do you see the ending here? Like to, this becomes the second case and singular. So, of the house of Israel. That's the meaning. Iku Israel. The sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Poreveste de malon prosta provata ta apololota iku Israel. Now, chapter 10, Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. Πορευόμενοι δε κηρύσσεται λέγοντες ότι ήγγικεν η βασιλεία των ουρανών. Πορευόμενοι. It is a participle. It comes from verb, but it just moved to the noun groups. So it is changed by the way of declension. Do you see the ending here? Πορευόμενοι. E looks like plural, right? Yes, you're right. Plural. We can translate going, while going. That's the meaning of this word, participle. πορευόμενοι. There, it doesn't change, and then inflectional and, sometimes but, and in this case, while you are going, πορευόμενοι. Κηρύσσεται, again, this is a verb. Ete, the ending ete, we saw este, almost the same. Okay, this indicates the second person plural. κηρύσσεται, you proclaim. This is an imperative form. κηρύσσεται. Simply just remember ete, the ending ete. κηρύσσεται, you proclaim, you guys proclaim. Λέγοντες, again, this is a participle. The declension of the participle we can learn through the declension of the word pas. We'll just learn later. Just wait for that, okay? Λέγοντες is in plural form and masculine, the first case. λέγοντες, to say, saying. Okay. While you are going, πορευόμενοι, κηρύσσεται, you proclaim, you guys proclaim, preach. λέγοντες, saying like this. ότι, it doesn't change, non-inflectional word. It has different function or meaning. Sometimes, like English, that. You say that you came yesterday, something like that. Sometimes when you quote, when you cite someone else, you just start with this word. Then you don't have to translate this word. In this case, like a quotation mark, okay? 어디, we don't translate this. That's better. ήγγικεν η βασιλεία των ουρανών. This is ita, ήγγικεν. Do you remember? Two gamma together, we can pronounce ήγγικεν. That's the way. ήγγικεν. This is a verb. It has just come to the door. It has just approach it. It is near. That's the meaning of ήγγικεν. 이 βασιλεία, 이 is an article, βασιλεία is a noun, the kingdom. 이 βασιλεία των ουρανών, the article, plural. ουρανών means heavens. In Greek, you can express the word heaven either as a singular noun or as a plural noun, but in Hebrew, only plural noun. Okay, so in this case, in this Gospel of Matthew, I see plural. If I see constantly plural, I can feel perhaps, the Greek text of Matthew perhaps was translated from Hebrew original text, but we have no idea if there ever existed any Hebrew text for the Matthew. I don't know. Some people claim that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. 어디 ήγγικεν 이 βασιλεία των ουρανών. You just saying that, or without anything, just quotation mark. The kingdom of the heavens has come, has approached. That's the meaning of this sentence. πορευόμενοι δε κηρύσσεται λέγοντες ότι ήγγικεν η βασιλεία των ουρανών. Now, Matthew chapter 10, verse 8. ασθενούντας θεραπεύεται, νεκρούς εγείρεται. Up to here. ασθενούντας, a little bit complicated, right? It is a participle. Where undoes, the ending undoes. I see here masculine, plural, and case number 4. You have to wait, okay? ασθενούντας, people who are sick. That's the meaning of this participle. ασθενούντας θεραπεύεται. Perhaps you can guess this verb. This is verb. θεραπεύεται, to hear. That's the meaning of this word. In English, you have such words from this Greek word. Again, the ending ete, that's for the second person plural. You guys hear, the sick people. θεραπεύεται. ασθενούντας θεραπεύεται. νεκρούς. Do you know necropolis? That comes from the Greek words, two words. Necros means dead, died. Polis means city. Necropolis in English. Necropolis means dead city. That means cemetery. That's the meaning of this English word, which comes from the Greek. Necropolis. Necrus, the dead people. This is, again, necrus is almost like, do you see, tous, the same declension. So you don't have to memorize all this. This is adjective, noun group, necrus. Egirete, again, the ending ete, you guys raise them up. Egirete, this is an imperative, it's a verb. Egirete, necrus. Raise, you guys raise the dead. Again, astenundas terapevete, necrus, egirete. Leprus katarisete, leper. Okay, the same in French, en français also. Leprus, the lepers. Again, tous, the ending. Do you see? This, it can be actually either adjective or noun. It doesn't matter actually. We say the noun group, so it changes by declension. Katarisete. Also, you can guess the word, the meaning of this word, katarisete, because you share some words from this word in English word. Katarisete. Again, ete, you guys purify the lepers. Leprus katarisete. Demonia, again, demons. Okay, that comes from Greek. Demonia, this is neuter. Demons. Ekvalet, again, the ending ete. You guys just expel them, expel demons. Demonia ekvalete. This is the command from Jesus. You expel the demons. Demonia ekvalete. Dorean elavete. Dorean dote. I like this passage a lot. Dorean, you can consider it as an adverb, so it never changes freely. Dorean, again, Dorean here. Elavete ete, do you see? Dote, do you see? Te, the ending, this te, ete, is for second person plural. Elavete, a verb, is a verb. You received, is in past tense. Dorean elavete. You received freely. Dorean dote, you give freely. This is an imperative. Dorean elavete, dorean dote. I just ask you to memorize this passage. Okay, it's so nice to memorize such a passage. Beautiful. Dorean elavete, dorean dote. Okay. Astenundas terapevete, necrus egirete, leprus katarisete, demonia ekvalete, dorean elavete, dorean dote. Do you remember in the earlier introduction I mentioned the vocabularies of the Greek New Testament? Not so many vocabularies are found in the New Testament. Altogether, someone found out 5,437 words in the Greek New Testament. Among them, more than 50 times or more. Just the words that appear more than 50 times. Just 313 words, not so many. So, if you can fully understand around 300 words, I believe you can understand the most text of the Greek Bible. You can understand, roughly you can understand. So try to just memorize several words which appear more than 50 times, or at least more than 100 times or 200 times. So I'll just give you some words, by the appearance, sometimes more than, I'll start perhaps 800 times and more. I'll see you next page, okay? So this is good news for us. Now, today's lesson, the last one, we just try to find out the meanings of some frequently occurring words, more than 800 times. Oito, this is an article, you memorized it, right? The declension, the most basic declension for all the words of the noun group. So you should memorize. Que, non-inflectional, end, A-N-D. That's the meaning you saw so many times. Aftos, after is a pronoun. You don't have to memorize. It's identical. The declension of this pronoun is identical with the declension of the article. So you don't have to memorize. Aftos, afto. Masculine, feminine, neuter. Si, su, si means you in singular form. Of course, in plural it changes. Imis, imon, there's the plural form. It changes by declension, appears a lot. The, we saw several times, sometimes simply the with comma, because the following words start with the vowel, then it just drops out the vowel and simply the and comma. The, is non-inflectional, sometimes and sometimes, but it depends. You have to see the context. And is a preposition, it never changes again, and in, with, at has different meanings. Ego, emu changes by declension, and in plural, imis, imon means I, we in plural. Imi means I am is a verb, imi. Of course, it includes in this case he is, you are, they are, everything. Now, do not forget all these words appear more than 800 times in the Bible. Lego is a verb, to say. Lego, I say. Legis, you say. We'll learn later the conjugation. We don't say declension. The conjugation of this verb, very basic. Okay, is, again, is preposition into, for, in, at, has different meanings. Is, non-inflectional, preposition. How do you call this? Adverb? I don't know. Not. Uk, sometimes uk. It depends on the following word, what kind of letter it has. Okay, uk, sometimes uk. We count this, we consider this as unchanging, non-inflectional. Okay, uk, uk. Os, eo. Do you remember? This is relative pronoun. The declension of relative pronoun is identical with that of article, so you don't have to memorize. It appears a lot. Utos, afti, tuto. This is another pronoun. This masculine, this feminine, this in neuter. Utos, afti, tuto. You don't have to memorize this either. Theos, Theo is masculine word. God means it occurs a lot. Theos is the noun. Oti, we saw this one sometimes because, sometimes that, sometimes just as a quotation mark. It doesn't change, non-inflectional. Pas, sapan, very important word. You have to memorize the declension of this word. In singular, it means every. In plural, it means all. And the declension of this word is the basis for almost most declension of most participles. So it's very important. You have to memorize. I'll teach you later, okay? Pas, sapan. A very important word, like oito. Mi doesn't change. It's like u. Where is it? Here, not. Sometimes u, sometimes mi is for indicative, sometimes for subjunctive or imperative. You have to use this mi, okay? Not important if you cannot recognize this. It's just simply remember it as not. It doesn't change. Mi, u, same thing. Gar, again, it doesn't change, non-inflectional, because and sometimes simply you don't have any serious meaning, okay? There's the meaning of God. That's the function of God. Epi is preposition. Sometimes you find this form ep, depends on the following word. F, sometimes we consider it as not changing, non-inflectional, preposition, epi. Basically on, upon, and over, many meanings, okay, epi. Jesus, you know this, Jesus, Jesus. Also Joshua has the same Greek name, Jesus. Ek, you saw this, X sometimes, depends on the following word. Ek, out of, is a preposition. All these are words which occur more than 800 times in the Greek New Testament. So it's better for you to just make familiar yourself with these words.